Look at that. It's actually kind of sunny today, partly sunny and cloudy. All that rain from yesterday, I guess, got exhausted, and so I get a bit of a room to fly today, I suppose. Just finished doing that drone talk too, since they had that crazy apparent drone hit anyways in Canada here. It kind of made me want to read some of the stuff that you guys wrote in the comment, just the official report of it, and it was actually even more confusing. I guess I'll talk about that later. But funny enough, as expected here in Canada, I guess the hysteria built up again just because of that news. Apparently there was news stations using that fake drone video again. That one of the quote drone crashing into the airplane wing and breaking it, even though it's been known to be fake, like it's just done as a CG type of work for someone to test his creative skills. Makes me wonder, how does that even get through any kind of media research or due diligence? At this point, is beyond me. That thing is so infamous in terms of being fake. And one of the worst things about stuff like that too is even though they admit it's fake, they don't actually do a follow-up news report for the whole general public to see, so it's going to be hysteria still. Kind of unfortunate. Oh, looks like all the fall colors are coming now fast too. And reading some of you guys' comments here, you said you actually contacted the Civil Aviation Authority, like Transport Canada, to ask about that contradicting statement that Garneau made about how every drone, regardless of size or purpose, is essentially illegal, like in various areas, and you confirmed that anything under 250 grams is not regulated because they feel it doesn't pose any danger. I guess that's just an example of the inconsistency that they spew out in the public, which, just like that news report, the unfortunate thing is I don't think there's going to be a retraction or a correction to tell people, oh, sorry, we're wrong. And unfortunately, if people in the public see that, they're going to say, wait, they said any drone is illegal here. So now you're going to get into disputes. A little unfortunate, but that's how it is. And some colorful words here asking if I think Garneau believes his own bleep, or if it's basically just done for political reasons, like taking advantage of hysteria. I personally, just my personal opinion, it seems like they're just taking advantage of the hysteria. Interestingly enough, for myself, when I'm reading stuff like that, where he says, unfortunately, it wasn't a bigger catastrophe, it just reminds me of that tweet that they retweeted about the Prince William's helicopter getting hit by a drone, where everyone in the UK was saying, that's fake news, and everything like that. So yeah, to me, it just seems like it's very political with this announcement, for the fact that we don't even have that much details about the situation as well. Like, they immediately jump to conclusions. But like you guys said, I would be interested in seeing the investigation as well. I mean, you make such a big deal about it. You're like 100% certain it's a drone. Let's see all the details, because everyone wants to learn from it. Why did I wear the sunglasses yesterday? Actually, there was light when I started, because usually when I do the vlogs like this, it's basically just pick it up and do it as I'm doing my other things. At the same time, I can actually read the screen better, funny enough, as it sounds, because this actually blocks a lot of the glare when I brighten it up. It actually makes the blacks a lot blacker, as funny as that sounds. So it helps for me anyways when I do the vlogs. Let's see a drone. Isn't that cool? Basically teaching people to learn how to fly drones. That's what you need more of in terms of things like education. But again, if you make the thing too ridiculous, then how can you fly, right? I mean, technically, if you think about it, me walking by that drone, that guy, what he was doing was technically illegal, because I wasn't involved in the actual flight operation. Like I said, that's kind of stupid with the way it's written. You guys mentioned it should just come down to, were you doing it in a quote unsafe way? That's what it should come down to, honestly. I thought this was kind of neat. It said Amazon patents a drone that delivers a charge to power up EVs on the go. So like electric vehicles. And I was thinking, a drone to power up an electric vehicle? Don't drones have their own challenges right now just to stay up in the air long enough? Let alone the fact that you want something to go charge like an electric car? Well, apparently, again, they patented it, so who knows? It's kind of interesting how fast the technology is going, or maybe it's just companies saying, let's just patent it now, just so like they'll have the rights to it in the future. Makes me think too, what is a good time for a drone to fly for a consumer product? Would 1 hour be good enough for most people? Holy cow, those trees took a tumble. I wonder if I can capture that with a drone. What the heck is that sound? So for that drone striking the airplane story here, one of you guys linked the official site, like for the government site that has the official report of what the incident was. And one of the confusing things to me is, again, remember how we said yesterday with the wording, it sounds like if they choose to investigate it, which doesn't make sense if you have all this proof and everything like that. Like, I'd be interested in knowing what exactly happened, how, what were the circumstance. I was trying to read this and break it down, like what exactly it means. And it says here, aircraft information and aircraft event information. So I assume the first one is the actual jet, which makes sense, like the sky jet. And the second one I would assume would be normally for the drone. And it says here, unmanned aircraft. I was interested in learning more about the damage because a lot of you guys say that doesn't really show anything. And it's kind of funny how here in the damage it says unknown in terms of the damage for the aircraft and unknown for the damage in terms of the drone, the unmanned aircraft. I can see for the drone because you don't know where it is, if that's the situation right now where they can't report it. But wouldn't you report something like that's damaged in the actual airplane itself? Why would you write down unknown? Wouldn't you write down something like, I don't know, front damage, this or whatever, or is that just how it works? I found that as odd anyways, and it makes it more confusing even for people like me who fly things recreationally and I try to find information about this stuff. It's so vague and general. It's just, the details just aren't there. In some ways, as dumb as it sounds, if they have this little information to report it as a drone, you might as well just say it's a UFO, honestly. If you have absolutely no details as to what it is, the damage it caused, or anything like that. And the group I was talking to today said it's really bad to fly near water. I've always flown near the water, just not too low, because to my knowledge, the bad thing about it is supposed to be, it thinks the water is a solid ground, so it'll think it'll land, so I've always kept it up in a certain height. I guess when the colors of the leaves change, it looks really cool. Alright, see you guys later.